A man says he was driving in downtown Memphis when a car next to him opened fire. Yet another violent incident happening in the city's core. In a three-part series, WREG investigators will dig deeper into the problem, looking at the mounting concern, the widespread impact, and possible solutions to this. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, starts tonight with the victims and how the violence impacted them.
There are certain noises that are striking, prompting panic, pause, prayer.
It didn't hit the skull, you know what I'm saying? I mean, thank you, Jesus Christ.
It was a distinct noise that resonated that Friday night in October in downtown Memphis.
We were just sitting there, and they laid on our horn.
The man who heard it asked us to hide his identity because of what happened next.
Couldn't really tell what was needed or anything like that, so I just continued when the light turned green.
He hit another red light at 3rd and Monroe, where the car that honked at him pulled beside him.
I just looked over and saw a male and a female, so maybe they've been on a date downtown. Maybe they're having a good time as well. So it did nothing about the instant made me think, hey, they're probably going to shoot me.
They told him to roll down the window.
A friendly gesture from what it looked like. I rolled the window down. At that point, they'd asked me to get out of my car.
He hit the gas.
They also ran the red light, and then they started following me at a high speed down 3rd Street.
Then onto the interstate, where seconds later, another loud noise. 2 gunshots. One you can see hit the back of his car. The second pierced the front, grazed his left leg, and went through his right calf.
I grabbed my leg, plugged the hole so that I could minimize the blood that was coming out. And I continued to chase them down.
Chased them into North Memphis while on the phone with 911. He says he had to stop following them, though, when they turned off their lights and went onto an unfamiliar street. He says they've yet to be found.
The scary part was that the second bullet actually pierced through the back door and my daughter's car seat and then out the other side of the car. So had it not been a late evening and I'd had my daughter with me, you know, that's what really concerns me.
Downtown Memphis has been plagued with shootings, robberies, car thefts. 9 people killed downtown so far this year, including Anita Wilkins' daughter. In August, near South Main, she was reportedly caught in the crossfire.
No parent should have to go through this.
Weeks later, security cameras captured this pair. Police say they had just shot a man waiting for a ride near Union and 2nd. And last month, a robbery on Tennessee Street ended with a St. Jude doctor shot and killed in front of his wife and toddler.
Alex's dream was for them to stay and have careers here and raise their daughter here.
Last year, Memphis police say their downtown wards responded to more than 2,100 Part 1 crimes, which include murders, aggravated assaults, rapes, robberies, carjackings, burglaries, motor vehicle, and other felony thefts. Looking at just aggravated assaults, 139 reported last year. Add another 75 the first part of this year, and even more have made headlines since then, including one inside FedEx Forum. Another near Beale, leaving 8 injured. WREG investigators uncovered dozens of incident reports on or near Beale to find out more about the violent crimes taking place. One report stated a group with an AK-style rifle approached a woman changing her shoes, pushed her to the ground, and robbed her. Another incident, a man claimed he was punched in the head during a robbery. Weeks before that, a tourist told police he was hit in the face, stomped on, put in a dumpster, and robbed of his wallet and prayer rock his daughter gave him. Most of the reports we found involved a gun. Officers often stopped the firearm from getting onto Beale. But what's even more unsettling, though, is this report, where a man said he hid his gun in an alley so he could go into a bar. 2 men saw him retrieve it, then held him at gunpoint and took his gun.
We see more guns on our streets now than we've ever seen in the history of the Memphis Police Department.
On top of that, police say property crime is another issue. Between last year and the first part of this year, the downtown wards responded to 914 car break-ins and 986 motor vehicle thefts.
People stole them.
This family from Colorado says someone stole their car from a downtown hotel's valet line. All of their belongings gone.
When I think back to some of the most horrific things that have happened in Memphis, there is zero fear.
And that's what scares this man even more. He says criminals aren't afraid of the consequences. Policing is more reactive than proactive, and the justice system has become a revolving door.
The laws don't make sense. The criminals have too much freedom.
He tells us he left his gun at home that night since he went to Beale Street and didn't want it stolen from his car. He questions that decision and wonders when enough is enough. When the cries, the pleas, the noises will be heard. Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.